Hello everybody, it is I, Zankoku, bringing you a video. Just a few weeks ago, I went to the Motor City Comic-Con in Novi, Michigan, just outside of Detroit. A wonderful yearly event that happens every May, and I try to get there every year and pick up some stuff. I just like the conventions, just seeing all the ambiance, the cosplayers, all the goodies that you can purchase. And of course the artists and whatever celebrities may show up and just kind of see them, maybe even talk to a couple. But this year I had some plans and it was kind of a success, but also kind of a disappointment. Because generally when I go to the Motor City Comic-Con, I am looking for movies. And as the years have gone by, there have been less and less and less vendors selling movies. And I can kind of understand it. I mean, now that you have digital distribution, you have online stores, it's just not economically viable to just take a whole bunch of inventory, rent a booth space, and bring everything there and just stand there for 6-7 hours and, you know, keep people from pilfering stuff and make a profit. So I understand that. So unfortunately, I only found this one place selling some Blu-rays. It was actually an artist, a nice gentleman. He was selling Blu-rays from Synapse Releasing. If you don't know about Synapse Releasing, they're one of my favorite underground cult horror movie exploitation releasing companies out there. And they're actually based in Novi, which is really cool. I wish they would just have their own booth. I would love that, but for some reason they don't, which is I find kind of annoying. If any of you guys listening, make a booth there. Come on. There's people who want to buy your stuff. Anyways, but he happened to be selling some because he actually works with Synapse. He does cover art for their movies, their DVDs, and their Blu-rays. So that was really cool. We got to have a nice conversation about things. Movies, and that's one of the things I always liked about going to the Comic-Con is when you go to the movie memorabilia place where I buy my posters or talk to the movie vendors, you know, you get a back and forth about like these movies and stuff like that. You get suggestions and you come up with new things to look for, and unfortunately it's just getting more difficult to do that. So what did I get from the Motor City Comic-Con? Well, unfortunately, unlike past years where I would get 10 to 15 movies, I only got 5. Yeah, I know, it's kind of sad. However, I had one movie in mind that I was definitely going to try to find, and I did find that, so that's great. So it's actually kind of a success in that story. So what did I get? Well, first of all, I got Countess Dracula, a classic Hammer horror film starring, what was that, Ingrid Pitt, the lovely and vivacious Ingrid Pitt. And basically, it's the story of Elizabeth Bathory. Kind of slow, not really heavy on the gore, but definitely a lot of nudity in this one. And it's rated PG, which just shows how, you know, I guess temperaments, sensitivities have changed over the years. But Hammer Horror, always an interesting production company. Their movies, for the most part, they're kind of low budget, kind of cheesy, but I love that kind of stuff. Anyway, so there you go. That we've got the original Prom Night, Jamie Lee Curtis, the I don't know, I guess you would say the original Red Herring movie, I guess. Also, what movie has a disco dancing scene in the middle of it? This one. And what I love about this is that there's actually the original artwork, like the original poster artwork is in here. And these covers, a lot of them are reversible. Countess Dracula is, but apparently it's got tits, so I don't know if I can show it. It's art. YouTube, it's art, but you know, YouTube gotta be all like, oh, my community guidelines for small channels we don't give a shit about. So anyways, so I actually reversed it to this better cover art because I really do like that. That's some awesome stuff. And that just kind of shows you the care and finesse that Synapse does. Another movie I got was Curtains. This is a movie that I heard about a few years ago. It was nowhere near my radar, but this is a Canadian film, and it's about a group of actresses vying for this role. They go to this director's home and they start dying one by one. And the director, the guy who plays the director, man, he is just magnificent. So there's that standard slasher fare in a way, but it's just kind of like one of those red herring movies also, where you think it might be one person, but it ends up maybe being someone else. And then we've got the movie Legions of the Dead, Mori Tourists. And this one, the cover art was done by the artist, so I had to pick it up to give him some props. And this one actually it's a newer one, around 2011. Kind of a Last House on the Left type of film. These travelers, these female travelers, are off in a strange land, and they get invited by these guys to this rave, but when they get to the location, there's no rave, there's only rape. Yeah, so this is one of those movies, but harkens back to those old, late 70s, I Spit on Your Grave type of films. So I thought I would pick that up. And this one also does have reversible art. However, I really can't, no, YouTube probably wouldn't like that one. So, yeah. And then finally, the movie that I was looking for, because I check out Synapse's website every now and then to see what goodies they're going to put out, and another steel box from Dario Argento. I know he had the Demon steel box, and I love the heck out of that. And it is the steel box of Tenebrae, I can't pronounce Italian. That's why I say, like, is it Giallo, whatever. Anyways, it's his movie about an author whose books are used as inspiration for murder, and sometimes the books themselves are used for murder. Anyways, so this is the Steelbox edition, filled with all kinds of stuff. It has a full soundtrack, a remastered soundtrack. It's got this wonderful booklet that has all kinds of information about the transfer, about the movie, and all kinds of stuff. It's great. They pack these things so full of awesomeness and special features. Remastered, redone, and of course this is Dario Argento, so it's awesome anyways, but there you have it. That's so kind of a success. Now, those are just the movies that I purchased, but I also had something else in mind that I wanted to buy. And I saw it, I think it was last year's convention, and I thought, okay, I'm going to save up some money because it's not that cheap, and really focus on getting that. And I don't know if you've actually seen right here behind me a new addition to my rack space here, and that is the Freddy Krueger Horror Bishoujo figurine. Yes, basically they take Freddy Krueger and then Rule 63, I guess, turn him into a woman and make a figure out of it. And honestly, I thought, like, this is really cool because I love horror. I love anime and manga, and this is definitely inspired by that. And I also love hot chicks, hot women, maybe a little slutty, but this is like just a molding of all of that together, and I thought it was really cool when I first saw them. However, I really wanted to get the Jason Voorhees one, but this was the only one I could find, so... But the Jason Voorhees one is kind of cute, which is kind of strange. You would say, like, Jason Voorhees is cute. Anyways, so I did pick that up, and hopefully maybe at one of the other conventions I'm going to this year, I can pick up the Jason one, and they can fight it out, Freddy versus Jason style. And what makes that even awesomer is because they're both female. When they fight, it's a cat fight. And we all know guys love women when they fight each other because we just assume they're going to tear their clothes off and start making out, and then maybe we could get in on that action. that's it. If anyone who didn't understand why guys like seeing two women fight, that's the reason. We secretly think that, A, they're going to get all hot and sexy, and that we can actually get in on it. That's probably like why lesbian porn is so popular for guys too, is because we're like, well, for me, they would go guy for guy, go guy, you know, they right. Off topic. Anyway, so there you have it. My pickups from the Motor City Comic Con. I know it's not very big and gigantic, but you know, it is what it is. And I don't know, leave in the comments if you went to any conventions this year, or you're planning to go into any conventions. And perhaps, I don't know, maybe a couple of you will go, hey, you're going to this one, you're going to go to this one. That's great. Let's meet up. Let's hang out. Let's talk about how much you love Zankoku. But you know, meet up. Hey, maybe you're gonna go to a convention that I'm gonna go. Probably not, because I'm a loser and I'm pretty much stuck in my area and a poor pathetic bastard. So unless you're a poor pathetic bastard who lives near me and wants to go to the same places, then yes, probably. But other than that, you know, I'm probably not gonna leave the state for anything. I would love to. I would love to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I would love to go to like Dragon Con, Gen Con, all those places. I would love to have gone to a Wizard World, but you know, it's just money and travel. So anyways, hopefully one of the 14 to 20 people who actually watch this will leave a comment and tell me what you think about conventions, about my pickups, you know, whether you think like I did good or I did bad. Anyways, I mean, look at like that movie Curtains right here. I mean, look at that thing. Look at that cover. It's like you got like the mask and you got the doll and like the mask is like all like this and it makes curtains, you know, it's like, you know, the face is there. So it's just like like meat curtains, you know, and they I didn't say anything. Just forget that part happened. It's the movie Curtains. It's about actresses vying for a role. One of them went insane, or well, was committed anyways. Maybe she's the killer. I don't know, but man, oh man, it definitely is not anything to do with curtains made of flesh, though. I think about it. That could be a rather disturbing movie. So anyways, I've talked too long. I will talk to you guys later, and hopefully I will get to my second part of the Freezing review, Freezing Vibrations. I have watched Freezing Vibrations, and I am percolating all the information. It's going to take me some time, plus the fact the first one only got like 200 views. I mean, like... is it even worth me like putting in like 12 to 16 hours to make that video just to... Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, I mean, I find myself not doing anything else. I love being lower than Z grade on the popularity charts. Okay, anyways, so if you haven't checked out my Freezing review, check it out. I'll have a card, or I'll have like a link or something. I don't know. Check it out. You know, you like anime, you're on my channel because you like anime, because that's what 90% like anime. That's kind of sleazy. It is kind of sleazy. Anyways, I've talked too much. I've gone way out of everything. Whatever. You stay sexy, Internet.